his aggressive style is going to play into Keith's hands. Because Keith throws those big shots, and maybe Sean will be available coming in all night.
Good luck. I wish him well with that. I mean, I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? I'm also a trainer, but I'm a fighter. You know what I mean? So, just like I told the kid today, if you get touched with something, just flow into the next movement. You know what I mean? It's not, there's absolutely no reason. If you've got a car that's reliable every time you get in and start it up, and it takes you to work and gets the job done, and you don't have nothing to work, and it does everything you expect of it to do day in and day out, there's absolutely no reason to think that one day you're going to go out there and you're going to start it up and it ain't going to start up. I have every confidence that my vehicle is ready to go. I keep it tuned up. It stays ready to go. The oil stays changed. It stays gassed up. You know what I mean? So we're ready.
Do you think in the fight, Keith lands a big shot, Sean shakes it off, that can, discourage Keith, take something away from him in the fight?
Nah, that's not something. That is. I don't even expect him to land a big shot. I don't see him landing a big. It's very hard to land a big shot when you're trying to get away and avoid shots. It's hard to land a big shot. You'd be better off, and this is just the way I train, you'd be better off trying to make a guy miss a shot and come in and bring some fire and body weight behind the punch. Surprising somebody, moving away from him, landing a shot, you're taking something off the punch.
Because you're on the back foot?
You're taking something off of the punch. I'm going to take a guess and say, like I think the last three guys he fought, their total age was like 107 years old. No, it's like actually, 107 or 108 or something. No, honestly, it's like 107, 108 years old or something like that. And then Sean fights Bronner, Bonet, and Brook, and they're like 25, 26 years old. I don't think anybody at that point was even 27 yet, or maybe Brook had just turned 27. So he fought. So the guys that Keith were fighting, they weren't guys that had the ability to move with him where he moved and cut the ring off, or keep up with him foot speed or hand speed or conditioning or any of that kind of stuff. And even those guys gave him some hard rounds. You know what I mean? The 41-year-old was pressuring him all night long. And then Collazo caught him with a good body shot, you know what I mean? And Guerrero was bringing it all night long, you know what I mean? There's a different level that we're going that night. You know what I mean? And this kid is prime right now at his age, and we're going to keep climbing, and there's going to be a point in time that he can't go no higher, and we just gonna, we're gonna take control whenever that happens. So I'm not, him landing a big shot is not a concern of mine. Him moving around or grabbing us or holding us and trying to get something off is more of the things that I'm expecting from him than I am for him to actually walk to us and throw something, or to stay there with us and box, even stay there with us and box. You know what I mean? Because if it's up to me, I'm gonna tell Sean to tell his ass boo at some point, because I know he's jumpy.
So would you be surprised if they actually brought the fight to you guys at this point? I know you guys prepared for that. I mean, obviously you're prepared for it, but would you be shocked if he just came right out?
That would be a surprise to me. We're actually not preparing for that. But our sparring partners that we're going to be using, they're going to be the kind of guys that will come at us, because we can't even spar 147, 154-pound guys. That guy that was in here today, he's the smallest guy we've been in the ring with in years. But his experience and his strength and speed and quickness and all that helps him be able to do what he does. But we don't use guys that small. Sean breaks those guys down.
I can see that.
You know what I mean? He breaks those guys down. If I bring the guys that I'm planning on bringing here, they usually walk in here about 65, 70. Brandon Adams, Brandon Lynch, they usually walking around. Every time I throw them on that scale, they're $170 or better. You know what I mean? And they need to be switched out a lot so that Sean don't wear them down. You know what I mean? Because it's not like I could bring one guy in his entire career. I can't bring one guy and say, okay, you just gonna be with us this whole entire camp. He gonna break them down.
Kenny, for you guys have proven already. You guys won the big fights, been in the big fights, and I know it's important for you too. But how much is riding for Keith on this fight? Is this what people are gonna judge him off? Because a lot of people say, oh, he's going to be the next guy that's going to take over. Is he going to be judged pretty drastically on this performance?
We both are. I think we both are. We both getting judged on this fight, and because of the publicity and everything that's behind the fight and the way that they're portraying it, is this guy takes over what Mayweather left behind. Mayweather coming back after that, if he comes back for fighting up from 50, he ain't fighting Sean, I know that. I don't even entertain it. If he called me himself and say, Coach, I'm thinking about fighting Sean, man, I don't want to hear that bullshit, okay? You a businessman, and you know good business, this is bad business, so don't call me
So you
with
would
that
have, if Floyd called you, he wants 50-0 for Sean, you would have take that fight, Kenny?
I know he would be playing games. He's a businessman. Floyd is a businessman, and the people behind him are businessmen, and they're very good at what they do. So they're not going to take on some young gun like that. I don't think they ever fought. There was lots of opportunities they could have had to fight Keith, right? Yeah, there was. I mean, Keith was running around wanting to, don't duck me, son, and all that kind of stuff. But
Burn money.
yeah, but as soon
burn
as Sean Porter said, I'll take the fight, then Keith was no more like, don't duck me, Sean. We didn't hear none of that. We didn't get none of that. We've been looking for this dude for what, like 6, 8, 9 months now. It's almost a year since we fought.